Hello everyone, this is Ivan with Create Your Future. I am a certified life coach. In today's video, we're going to talk about living in the end and how one of my clients, we were able to get clear on what living in the end meant to her and create a really good belief around that and her practice it. And I'm going to show you tips on how she practiced it. And she was able to reconcile with her SP within a matter of weeks. Okay, so living in the end, it means to actually, so there's many videos, many information out there about living in the end. It's a really important factor for you to consciously manifest anything that you desire. Okay, so living in the end is becoming that person that has that ease and feels like it's already done, right? That's what we hear about most, and it's exactly that. So it's, you need to start to know how it is that, how are you being that person that has it all. Okay, so this client came to me a couple of months ago, and she at first was having a really hard time understanding the whole concept because she was really new to the law of assumption, the law of attraction. Her and her SP worked together for a couple of years, and one of the things that was a major problem was that she would bring a lot of her old relationships and her experiences into her present moment at that time, and she would start to see a lot of that reflect from her SP. Now, her SP is actually a really nice guy, very, very nice, very loyal, very trusting, and has amazing qualities. He chooses her, he loves her, and he's always persisting on her. But it got to a point where she was really giving so much attention to that past that it kept on creating these patterns and creating more and more of a separation as the relationship progressed. So at one point, SP did get tired of being this incredible guy and him not being accepted because she acknowledged that he was an incredible guy. So they separated, okay? After the breakup, she begged him, she wanted to get back, she said that she would go to therapy, but he was just said it was too much. So within that moment of, all that sadness and all these emotions, she was looking for several ways to get him back. So one of the things that she did was come across a Create Your Future video. And she said she saw a couple of my videos and she really resonated with me. So she booked a session. So when we talked, we came to the conclusion is that, yeah, her belief around relationships was very, very negative. And she was pretty much, all those negative qualities, she was placing them on her SP, even though he really was the opposite of all of that. But she, because she was giving into that and fearing that it would turn into that, really entertaining that idea, she kept on putting all these little things on him. And then they started to manifest in a way. But he wasn't actually rude to her, or he wasn't like, reflecting a lot of the previous experience. He just grew tired of her not accepting his love, okay, and putting a lot of separation between them, okay? So it was more of the fear that she was entertaining, the fear of losing this great guy, and instead of putting more attention into the progress and the joy of the relationship, she was feeding into the fear. Okay, so when she books a session, we started talking about that. We started to create a really healthy self-concept about love and relationships and herself. And she put in the work, and she's very, very good at putting in the work. But one of the things that she would ask in every session was, what about living in the end? Okay, one thing that she told me was, do I have to heal myself or fix myself in order to get my specific person? And that is no. You could fix yourself while letting people into your life. It's a constant journey because we're constantly learning about ourselves, and we're constantly coming across things that are no longer serving us, so we're changing it, but we could still allow ourselves to love the people that we want to love and bring them into our lives. So that was very, very important for her. And so she put in the work as far as her self-concept and created a very healthy self-concept. And then she asked me, what is this living in the end? So when I asked her what did it mean to her, she had many, many opinions about it. One being, you have to affirm all day, okay? which affirming all day, it's fine. It's good. You're implementing an idea. But if we're in constant affirmation because we want to be that, are we really becoming it? Because we're just like doing it over and over and over and over and not really doing anything to actually be that person in our 3D, So one of the things that I did tell her is like, okay, let's write down a list of who this person is. So she wrote down all these wonderful qualities: confidence. She said she would feel sexy. She said she would feel secure, that she would have peace of mind, that she would have fun, that she would feel relaxed. So we started to, as she saw that list, I told her to do another list of the things that she currently has at this moment that make her feel all these things, so that she could see that she already holds all these qualities that this wish fulfilled person has. So that's what she started to do. She started to practice it over and over and over again. So an example of that was anytime that she would have an off day, because it happens, sometimes your feelings kind of like shake up and you feel like it's not going anywhere. So what she would do is she would acknowledge and say, okay, I'm not feeling well, but it is my job to feel better for myself and for my own good. And because I have that power, because I am in charge. So what she started to do was that she would do something of what that current emotion was, and then put that version of her to fix it. Does that make sense? So for example, let's say that she was feeling lonely. Well, she would call her friends or she would call her family and not feel lonely anymore, and remind herself that she's never alone, and that her being with herself is enough because she's worthy of greatness and she's a great person, a wonderful person. So she was no longer letting herself stay in that state of feeling lonely. Instead, she will look for the resources that she currently has and find that place that brought her back into this wish fulfilled of that person that has it all, because you already have it all. The only problem is that you're so focused on that one desire that you're kind of neglecting everything that's existing in your life and saying that you don't have anything because you don't have that person, when in reality you have everything and you even have that person, but you just need to accept it, okay? So she practiced this for a couple of weeks, and like magic, it started to, her SB texted her and said he wanted to see her. He apologized and said he'd been thinking about her consistently, and that they want to work it out. They did. They're actually back together. And one of the cool things is that she wants to continue to work with me because she really likes building up this confidence and leaving behind that old story and sticking to the new one. So basically, this session she's booking with me now is pure maintenance, and and she's doing a great job. She has great tools, and she always goes back to those tools that we kind of cater to her, because she realized that, there's some things that she likes and some things that she doesn't like. But at the time of the need, she was doing it all because she just wanted, because that's what she thought she had to do. Even the things that didn't feel so comfortable, she felt like she had to do it. When in reality, it was like, pick one that you like and stick with it and learn and have it become somewhat of a habit for you to where it feels natural, because that's where we want to get to, this natural, effortless, conscious manifestor self. Okay, so congratulations to her. I know that she's going to have an amazing relationship because she's in charge, so she gets to see that relationship however she wants to see it. Okay, so a summary: remind yourself every single day that you're already living in the wish fulfilled, because you have everything that you could ever want. Even that person, even that career, even that opportunity, anything, you already have it. You just need to remind yourself that, that it's coming and that you're accepting it and that you trust and you have faith in yourself.